Okay, so to start off all these videos that I'll be showing you, we are now currently standing in Ephesus, where Paul preached, where Aquila, Priscilla, Apollos, they all were here. Paul was known to preach at the synagogues here. We also know that Aquila and Priscilla, who were a husband and wife, made tents here. And this is where they stood and preached. So we're going to show you around Ephesus. Let's go. This is Ephesus. This is the main place. Oh, I need to go up there. So when Paul was writing his letter to the Ephesians, the reason for this was because they were being convinced to not listen to Paul. Because you see, this was a huge town for Greek gods. They got the Temple of Artemis here. They've got the Fountain of Trojan here, right? So Paul was literally pushing against their main source of everything, right? The pagan gods. And people were believing Paul. They were believing the gospel, and they wanted nothing to do with the pagan idols anymore. That's loss of sales, loss of trade, loss of worship. So they started saying, don't listen to Paul. So Paul, this is where Paul stood, right here where I'm at. Let's go through there. So the early Christians would have been like, guys, Paul's talking, guys. Did you hear Paul's down at the corner? So they would have ran in here. They would have ran through to come here, listen to Paul. And then boom, they would have ran out here. And a bunch of Christians would be sitting here, just like we read. And boom, Paul will be down there. Oh, am I messing up your picture?
Not at all.
So Paul would have been sitting here speaking to the Ephesians, along with Apollos, Aquila, Priscilla, the early disciples, telling them, hey, listen, young Christians, remember what you have been taught from the beginning, to believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah.
We are using the caduceus as the symbol of medicine, even today.
It's crazy to think about it because you got these idols everywhere. You got these goddesses here. You've got more goddesses there. You got Hermes over there with the snake and the thing. And to think about it, just like we preach today to people while they're surrounded by idols, the Ephesians were surrounded by idols as well. So Paul also preached here. Look at my beautiful wife. This is Hercules Gate. And that's why there's a statue of Hercules right here with the lion's head.
Oh, wow. I is Jesus, X Christ, Y Son, Theta God, Sigma Savior. And when you place the letters on top of each other, this symbol comes out. I, X, Theta, Y, and Sigma. And you can hide a cross here, like a Maltese cross. See, they say that's where the Maltese cross was derived. And we'll see a lot of them on the streets. And these are proofs that tell us that there were a lot of Christians living here and suffering in pagan domination until Theodosius accepted Christianity to be the religion of the empire.
When people say, why was the Bible written in Greek? Oh, well, that's simple, because everybody read Greek. I want you to take a look here and notice at the temple to a false god and how it looks. Statues, imagery. This is Hadrian, false god. Imagine having to run around with these hiding from the Romans.
No, they said they was taking their dookies.
It used to be like that.
They was just sitting next to each other like, well, Tibius, how was your day? My Jupiter's day, I crapped 2 times. They was crapping right next to their false gods. They wasn't playing. It was like 20 of them in here. So in case y'all are not aware, this is all marble and it's downhill and it's very slidey. Like you can slide on marble. So I imagine many people bust they bottom. Y'all know I've wanted to do this. So standing here in Ephesus, Enarche enologos, kaiologos proston theon, kaiologos and theos. That's what Paul would have been doing, right? Greetings to my brothers on TikTok from your brother Michael in Ephesus. I write this to you not about our shared joy in the Lord, but the fact that there are so many false prophets out here acting like they would have stood out here and preached the gospel when really all they care about is money. They look just like the people that built these pagan idols. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. We are saved by faith and faith only. God bless and go in peace, guys. One of the goddesses here was known as Diana, and she had multiple boobs.
Breasts represent fertility.
That's what Paul was dealing with. The mother goddess, Diana. So this right here is the marketplace. These would have been individual little market stalls, and this is where the revolt against Paul was at. This is where they were standing against Paul, like, no, stop preaching that stuff. So this is the marketplace. And listen to the sound of the steps. It's that sound where you can hear each other walking through the dirt. They would have been sitting here like, no, we shall not listen to Paul and his lies. The Ephesians. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. We gather today. I don't know the rest of it. My wife knows all of it, though, to be honest with you. Can you imagine that? Listen right now. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Do y'all want to continue to follow these false gods? No. They was up in there chilling. Now, I doubt Paul was preaching to this one. This one, Paul would not have got any respect in because this was probably controlled by the government. This wasn't like the little local one we saw a little bit ago. No, this one is the legit, like, they're doing real plays here. To which, no. You know what would have happened here most likely? The execution of Christians. In fact, I'd be willing to bet some Christians were executed here in front of everybody because they had gladiators fight here, so why not?